The Nintendo Switch is a puzzle gamer's paradise. Puyo Puyo finally got big overseas thanks to the Switch release of Puyo Puyo Tetris. And classics like Panel de Pon are getting a new lease on life too. But there's so much more than that if you dig a little deeper. Puzzle games are a huge and diverse genre going back decades, and between classic re-releases and new indie titles, there's plenty more puzzle games on Nintendo Switch to choose from. Today I would like to spotlight some titles you may have overlooked. I have selected 3 puzzle games from the following criteria: something old, something new, and something unexpected. Let's start with the old one first. Introducing Arcade Archives Neo Geo Money Puzzle Exchanger. This one has made a fair few cameo appearances on my channel. In fact, I've been looking for an excuse to talk about it for some time, and maybe I'll do a full retrospective of the game's history at some point. Let me know if you'd be interested in something like that. But for now, let's talk specifically about the Arcade Archives version you can purchase on Nintendo Switch and other platforms. Money Puzzle Exchanger, or Money Idol Exchanger in Japan, is a puzzle game initially released on the Neo Geo arcade platform in 1997. Money Puzzle Exchanger is a stacking style puzzle game, similar to games like Magical Drop, where pieces gradually fall from the top of the field and you have to clear them to prevent the screen from filling up. In this case, money is the name and exchanging is the game. Coins can be combined to form higher value coins, starting at 1 and going up to 500, where finally combining 2 500s will clear them and award a ton of points. The game's currency is actually based on Japanese yen, and the Japanese arcade release even uses icons of Japanese coins, but versions released overseas use numbers on all the coins to make things more clear to a wider audience. So yes, there is maths involved, but it's honestly quite intuitive, as there's a consistent pattern for exchanging coins, the first digit always being 1 or 5 and alternating between 5 coins and 2 coins to exchange. The money motif extends to the characters too, with all the characters taking on alter egos with quirky names like Debt Miser, Every Worker, Might Dealer, and so on. It's very much inspired by Magical Girl anime, and it's easily one of the most distinguishing traits of Money Puzzle Exchanger. I must admit, I'm still wrapping my head around this one. Sometimes I struggle to keep up with the AI, but sometimes I manage to get into Zen mode and pull off skill chain after skill chain. I managed to beat this loser in 27 seconds. Not bad. Also, just putting it out there, there's no online play in this, though there are online leaderboards. If you're interested in playing this game with others, it does have an emerging scene on Fightcade. Other than that, the Arcade Archives version is an easy recommendation. Money Puzzle Exchanger has a vast history of console ports and supplemental media that greatly expands the world and characters. You can tell that the developers really wanted this to be the next Puyo Puyo in Japan, but that's a story for another time. For the new title in this video, I have selected Cross Sneak Plus. Full disclosure, the developer sent me a copy of the Steam version for free about a year ago. The two of us have actually known each other for quite a while now. In fact, I'm actually just playing the Steam version for this video. The experience should be similar if not identical on Switch, but I'm just letting you know for transparency's sake. Cross Sneak Plus by Max Krieger of Future Memory is a puzzle game with a Y2K aesthetic. Aside from the art and music, the game was mostly developed by just one person. The name Cross Sneak is a combination of cross and technique. The gameplay of Cross Sneak involves manipulating the board to line up tiles into a cross formation to clear them. Bonus points are awarded for fast and clean execution, and quick consecutive matches will give a combo bonus. Certain pieces on the board have special conditions. The locked tiles can't be moved across the field's boundaries. The ones with the cross are frozen tiles which can't be moved at all. The star signifies a bonus tile, which awards bonus points for clearing them. You can either clear these tiles directly, or clear tiles adjacent to them to turn them into normal tiles, but be careful not to do that with bonus tiles. The clean visual presentation absolutely nails that Y2K aesthetic of games like Ridge Racer Type 4, and the music is absolutely incredible, evoking similar vibes to the work of the Sampling Masters, known for games like Ridge Racer as well as Tekken, Street Fighter EX, and Technic Tix or Technic Beat. The soundtrack is hands down one of my favorite parts of this game. I feel bad for bringing up so many other games when talking about this one, but I hope you can see it as a testament to how much this game totally nails the feel of that era. I also want to give a shout out to the character designs. There's a lot of cool and diverse characters to choose from in the Versus mode, and the lady who runs the game shop is just... oh my gosh. Oh, and the shop's a Game Boy. Really after my heart here. As far as modes go, there's Endless, Time Attack, and Chill Out modes with a ton of difficulty customization for each, as well as a Versus mode for 2 players. No computer players here unfortunately, but I understand how tough that would have been to implement. There's unfortunately not much in the way of single player content, not that there isn't any value in trying to improve your skills and beat your score in the Endless and Time Attack modes of course, but an arcade or story mode of some kind would have really elevated this game for me. Versus mode with other players is likely where this game's true longevity lies, but at the low price of $12 Australian or whatever it costs where you are, I'd say it's definitely worth it. The game deserves all the love in the world, so buy this game, buy the soundtrack. The final game in this video is the unexpected one, and for that I've picked a Japan-only title, Gmod Archive 03, Kuririn Cafe. Kuririn Cafe is a match 3 puzzle game released on Japanese mobile phones by prolific mobile game publisher Gmod back in 2010. Or at least I think that's what the dates on these title screens mean. When I say mobile phones, I don't mean iPhone or Android or anything like that either. I'm talking about what a lot of people these days call flip phones or feature phones. The ones they had in Japan during the aughts were a lot more capable than the J2ME based devices we're more familiar with overseas. And while the limitations of mobile technology at the time are still apparent in the frame rate and audio quality, never does this game feel sluggish or compromised in any way. In Kuririn Cafe, the objective is to fill orders by matching the corresponding foods on the playfield. Your cursor can rotate the icons within it left and right. Chains will not only result in bonus points, but also introduce flashing food icons that will clear all the foods of that type on the field, allowing for even bigger chains. There is a cooldown on chains too, so you can keep them going if you move fast enough. Prior to making this video, I had only played the story mode and hadn't properly dived into the other modes. The story mode is a mission mode type thing, and there's your usual time attack and endless modes. Sounding a bit like a broken record here. The endless mode in this game is evil, by the way. Filling an order will add more time to the clock, and the amount of time you get feels to me like this could truly go on for hours if you're not careful. Time attack on the other hand challenges you to fill as many orders as you can in 2 minutes. Definitely the way to go for quick play sessions. Oh my god, there are other restaurants. How did it take me this long to realize? Okay, so there are 3 restaurants in this game, and they all play slightly differently. Most of the footage you've seen so far is in the cafe, where the cursor will keep spinning until a match is made. Kuririn means spinning after all. In the diner, the cursor instead rotates once and stays there, giving you more control. In the fancy restaurant, the cursor behaves the same as the cafe but is larger, covering a 3x3 space, greatly changing how you approach creating matches and chains. There's also online leaderboards. Nice. There sure are a lot of menu options to go through here. I wonder if I should make one of those menu translation guide videos. God, would anyone even watch that? Unlike the other 2 games on this list, this one is single player only, but of the 3, this one is probably the best way to relax and kill some time. And the best part, it's only 500 yen. If you hadn't guessed from the Gmod Archives branding, this is actually a part of a series of mobile game re-releases from this company on Nintendo Switch. And there's a ton of variety too. Action games, RPGs, horror games, volleyball visual novels, it's all here. Kuririn Cafe isn't the only puzzle game either. There's also Puchin Puzzle, a Picross style game, as well as a version of Magical Drop called Magical Drop DX. A lot of these mobile games are lost media nowadays, and I'm a big advocate for mobile game preservation. This is perhaps a subject worthy of its own video. That's like the 2nd time I've said that in this video alone. Or the 3rd maybe. Anyway, let's move on. 3 underappreciated puzzle games, and many more. These are just the 3 that I chose for this video. Hopefully I have uncovered a hidden gem for you. If any of these games look interesting, let me know in the comments below. How do you all feel about this video format anyway? This was an easy and fun video for me to make, and I can talk about weird and wonderful puzzle games like this all day. If that sounds like a fun time, then may I suggest subscribing to my channel and supporting me on Patreon. Every little bit helps me produce more content like this. There's been a few videos lately that I've had to buy things for that have totally been funded by Patreon. So if you're able to, your support genuinely helps me out. But the best thing you can do is give me a like and share this video with your friends. Hopefully I can break myself out of this slump I'm in and come out of this hiatus swinging. But until then, consider joining me on my weekend streams here on YouTube. It's great being able to connect with you all. Anyway, the video's over now, bye.